Hi there, this week we've got some awesome stats and I'm just dying to show them to you, so don't go away. Well, it's good to see you here again this week. I must admit, this past week I've been going so flat out. It really is. And I've been working incredibly hard, had some great experiences, loving Clubhouse. If you're not in Clubhouse, hey, come and join us, all us domainers in Clubhouse. I'd really encourage you to go ahead and do that. It's fantastic. I ran 3 one-hour sessions in this past week on Wednesday for domainers who wanted more information about monetization and so forth like that. And that was fabulous. I really had a great time doing that. Did one for Europe, East Coast USA, West Coast USA. Getting all those time zones in, I must admit, being here in Australia, I was a little bit dopey at the end of that, needed a bit of a rest. But lots of great things happening. There's some incredible technology where we've been working on, and it's so close to being released here at ParkLogic, and I'm just so excited. But without further ado, let's take a look at this week's numbers. Okay then, so monetization industry update. I must admit, I'm getting such great feedback from this, and can I just encourage you, please try to encourage me and to keep on doing this. I know there's a lot of people watch these and they really hang out for them. Encourage me by leaving a comment, subscribe, or just send me an email saying, hey Mike, I've been watching these videos. Okay, but anyway, let's take a look what's going on here and with all the trends and all that sort of stuff. So this is the RPM and normalized RPM trends, and we can see they've been kicking up a little bit, tiny little bit of downtrend at the end, but generally speaking, everything's heading in the right direction for domain investors. So what else we got here? This is a fantastic breakout. I'm looking at the earnings per click and the click-through rate. Earnings per click in red and the click-through rate in blue. Maybe someone at all those monetization companies and Google and Yahoo and all that sort of stuff heard me and said, hey, it makes no sense this being exactly opposite to each other for all this time. But clearly we got a big breakout there for earnings per click. That's a huge breakout. This is looking at the average trend line here. So moving average across 14 days. Yeah, so it really has broken out, and yet it hasn't impacted the click-through rate, which is just fabulous for domain investors. That's a great outcome. So what's going on here? The volatility, remember comparing like Monday versus the previous Monday and so forth. Really, nothing's happened. It's just going through the weekly cycle. So it's really not much. In fact, since COVID back here, and also there's a great big spike in the middle there, it really has been pretty like just so like, hey, business as usual. All right then, so what's going on here with the normalized RPM growth from the base? So base, which is the 1st of January last year, what does it look like now? We're almost like 200% up overall. And that's a phenomenal amount. Like, so normalized RPM is really accelerating forward. That's looking at ParkLogic data for this sample set of domains that we've locked in. So it's really quite interesting. So the results there. So what's going on between Google and the direct advertisers? Like, look at this trend line. Google, hey guys at Google, just letting you know, someone's deciding to eat a bit of your lunch. So, hey, take a look at that. So this is what's occurring. So the direct advertising networks are getting their act together. They're starting to get geared up. They're finding more different market verticals. They're doing stuff. Now, the biggest problem with you direct advertisers, and I want to talk to you. If you're looking at this, I am talking to you. Get rid of your malware advertisers. If someone's got a credit card, don't just allow them into their network. They've got to have a credit card, plus they've got to have some credibility behind them. Just because they got a credit card and they want to buy advertising space doesn't mean they should get it. Get rid of any malware and that sort of stuff out of your networks. And let me tell you, you do that, and we can release a lot more traffic for you, because it's very frustrating. Okay, so what's going on here is the direct advertisers slowly winning more and more of the traffic. Not only are they paying out more of the revenues, they're winning more of the traffic. That's just going up over time. So Google is losing out. All right, so what's going on here is the normalized RPM, where Google's in blue, direct advertisers in red, and you can see the direct advertisers past week networks have really kicked up. That's looking pretty good. Google has been basically, yeah, well, flat. That's, in fact, they've been flat for a long way. So let's take a look at it here. Well, actually, I'm going to change my mind on that. Google is sort of, yeah, maybe it has gone up a little bit. Yeah, it's hard to tell. So this is zoomed in from the 1st of August last year versus looking at the whole of last year and this year. So I've zoomed in a little bit more to get some granularity there. Yeah, but we take a look at this. I always like doing this. Putting Google and also direct advertising networks on the same axes now. I put them on the right-hand axis because that's where we're normally interested in things, and so we can zoom in and look, or even though it says direct advertisers, actually both of them on there. Google's been flat, direct advertisers going up. So if you have your domain portfolio and you're saying, how do I get more money out of my domain traffic? Simple. You need direct advertisers. Have a chat to someone like us here at ParkLogic, and we'll be able to help you out on that front. The one caveat is you've got to be doing at least $500 a month of revenue right now. If you're doing that, we want to talk to you. We work with some really big domain investors. If you're a big domain investor saying, Michael, how do I increase my revenue? Call me. Like, seriously, give me a call. It's as easy as that. Okay, so what else we got going on? This is the strategic management view of what was going on last week compared to this week. There's line going up, line going down. And you can see they're both trending down a bit. This time, actually, Google trended up across the last 2 weeks. And the direct advertisers have been down, if not flat, which is quite surprising compared to what I saw before. And I was just sort of eyeballing it a little bit. So what's going on in volatility land? Yeah, look, it's really hard. Like as we saw, the aggregate volatility, it was about the same old, same old. So don't worry about that. The normalized RPM growth from base. And you can see there, like Google's really ramped up. And people have said to me, oh my gosh, Google's really big. But they went up from a small base in RPMs. Like, think of it going from 1 to now they're gone to like a 5, which is great, by the way. That's really good. But the direct advertisers have gone from like a 30 to a, well, in this case, they're about a 30 to a 27. They're still way above Google, but they and are starting to claw their way back to where they were before. I'm just looking forward to the travel segment coming back online. So please get your vaccination so we can have more people traveling. All right then. So don't forget, I'm one of the co-founders of ParkLogic. Give me a call. You got some traffic? We want to go along and monetize it with you. Check out my blog. There's more than just this sort of thing. There's heaps of information on my blog. And don't forget masterclass lessons, mcl.club. Go there if you want to learn about monetization. I've been saying this for a while. Hopefully this week I'll be able to do it. I really want to go along and do another class on traffic quality and release that in this coming week. Fingers crossed on that. And then I can get stuck into, say, doing a whole series on domain sales. And it's free, doesn't cost you anything, so away you go. Anyway, it's been great talking with this week. Don't be a stranger. Make sure you leave a comment or something like that. It'd be really good. I like getting some positive feedback. Hey, do it for me. Anyway, cheers, guys. Bye. I hope you enjoyed that video and you find them really valuable for your business and helping you make better decisions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, or pass the video on to your friends. Anyway, thanks a lot for that. Have a great day. Bye.